Welcome, guys. This is my really first more formal book review video, and I wanted to make it really cozy because this is how in the wintertime I spent so much time reading, by candlelight with a pot of tea, just in my room, just all vibes. And today I'm going to be reviewing these 4 books. I read these kind of through the end of March all through April, and I've been just meaning to get around to it. It's not a lot. Like, I do so much outside of reading. Like, I wish I was one of those creators who could read 20 books a month or whatever, but for me this is just this is my downtime, my free time. It is part of my routine. It also depends on how into the book I am, how fast I got through it, and all of these are opinions. They are my own opinions, and everyone's gonna have different opinions on books and stuff. Some of these aren't even the most popular books or whatever. I actually don't follow booktok. I know the big series like Fourth Wing and Asatar and Throne of Glass. I read the first 3 books of Asatar, DNF'd it by book 4 and 5 because I really don't care about Nesta. I might pick it back up though. Don't come for me. And then I haven't read any Throne of Glass. I might eventually. I should be taking my own book routes, and I feel like I just pick up. I really like high fantasy books. I do like slow burns, and we do love a Shadow Daddy MMC. So there's a certain dynamic that I do like in my books, and a lot of it is pretty high fantasy. And so one of these I picked up on a whim. They were on sale at Books A Million or Barnes and Noble or something. And yeah, I'm trying to get into it. I made a pot of tea. This has 2 of the it's Gao Chang Hong, something like that. 2 of those granulated packets. I have a lavender chamomile probiotic and this Persephone sencha tea. Sencha tea is a form of green tea. It's just, I don't even know what makes it different, but this is all I have. My tea stock is a little sad right now, but I got this cute fucking cup from New York at one of the shops that has a lot of Japanese and Korean foods and stuff. It has a little handle. And it came with a lid. I love cute shit like this. I love cute shit like that. So, have my tea, got our candles, we are vibing. Okay, so I read these 4 books, and I basically am going to review them from my favorite to my least favorite. I don't know where I was at when my camera cut off, so whatever. Okay, so I read The Witch of the Wolves by Kaylee Archer. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie to you, there was a book sale at Books A Million, and it was buy one, get one half off, and I bought 2 whole books and got 2 half off, and this was one of the options. I will fall for a pretty cover. I can't judge. The edge of it looks so cool, right? And okay, so she's a witch who lives with her aunt, and it's kind of twisted family dynamic, and she's a relatively powerful-ish witch. She gets kidnapped by a pack of wolves. She's living with a house full of wolves. It's just the first half of the book had me until the back half of the book, and then I just didn't like the plot. I think I just wasn't a fan of the book, which I can honestly just outright say. It wasn't bad writing because I read it so fast. I read this book really quick. It actually, the last 50 pages took it's so bad when I can speed read through. It take a day or 2 to get almost with the book, and then the last 50 to 75 pages was what the fuck? The plot just didn't go in the direction you wanted it to go. The romance, spice level, I would say half a pepper. Because I love a good slow burn, but like the little bit of spice there was, it wasn't even, yeah, I don't know. It was mid. It was mid. And this is just my opinion. It was like the writing was so good, but the plot just got weird and it kind of fell apart in the end. And then you're just like, what the fuck? And I don't know. I have a hard time with certain plots like that. And it's just, there was a part towards the end of this book where it stopped making sense. It was weird. It was strange. It almost felt like this book needed to be a little bit longer. I don't know if I'm going to read the book too, if I'm being completely honest. Yeah. Nothing super crazy to say there. I read The Coven by Harper L. Woods. This is a 4-book series. And I actually really like how it starts. She's a witch, strong fucking witch, super powerful bloodline. Goes back to like an academy and like a school for revenge, and it's a pretty good build up. The whole time it was pretty good. I can't remember how spicy it was, but it's kind of weird. Like relationship dynamic. I can't remember. See, this is what happens. I went a little too long before doing this book review that I'm trying to remember everything that happened, but towards the end it was kind of weird and it's a little crazy, and then literally at the end of the book it's just what unfolds was kind of like, what? That's kind of how it left me questioning. I wouldn't say this was like a flop. It wasn't my favorite, but I might still get into the other I might still get into the other books because it was a quick enough read that it won't hinder my reading flow, if that makes sense. I won't feel like I'm dragging through a book. I can let a book drag, and I'm not fast at DNF either. I will try. I will push, but if it's just not it, it's just not it. Okay, Fall of Ruin and Wrath by Jennifer L. Armentrout. JLA is a special kind. She's a certain kind of writing. It's like high fantasy and beyond. I think I looked it up one time, and there are tiers to fantasy, and there's like beginner fantasy, and then there's like more, a little bit more complex fantasy, and then there's like really high complex, like in crazy fantasy type writing. I think Game of Thrones is up there in like high tier fantasy complexity. I would put JLA's books up there into like maybe not the highest, most complex tier, but pretty up fucking there. Like, her books are so good. I read From Blood and Ash, or Flesh and Fire. You have to get used to her writing style, which does become redundant. If you get used to how because it's like if you have ADHD and your brain ruminates on things, it's like how she writes. The thought process of the FMC in From Blood and Ash. It does get better in A Flesh and Fire. It's a little bit less redundant, easier to get through the plot. I might do a whole separate book review on like just those series alone because there's just so massive. There's so much that goes into those books. But this book is a series. I'm violently upset. I am violently upset that this is the only book out. I need book 2. And this book came out a few years ago. 2023. She was waiting to finish From Blood and Ash, and then when book 6 came out, she decided she wasn't done. But I'm like, I need book 2 to this book. Oh my god, it's so good. Her world building and just plot building is unlike any other come so far to some of the fantasy books I have read. I will be so honest, I haven't read Throne of Glass series or Crescent City in Sarah J. Maas's. I might get there eventually, but I just started with JLA, and that's just where I picked up. That's where I started off. Just know, I do not follow traditional booktok, like reading all of the most popular books. I do like to do my own research and just find the books that I like. I do have a TBR, and I'm gonna have to kind of go through it here soon because I'm getting through my bookshelf with these books finally. Anyways, this book is so good. It's so complex and so detailed and so well thought out. It's so crazy. I'm like, Highborn? A Highborn? I've never even heard of that. Like, a lot of J.L.A.'s books are things that I'll be like, how do you come up with this plot? They're so good. The names and everything in here, I love her name. Callista, and the Highborn. Oh, just the plot, it was so good. I would reread it. I would read this book again. Like, that's how good this book was. There needs to be book 2. It just leaves you on the worst cliffhanger. And so when book 2 comes out, I will be on that. I will be all over that. See, I feel like I know a book is so fucking complex when I can, like, when I think about this book, my brain is just like, God, so much fucking happened. There's so much crazy shit. Like, I don't even know how to explain this book without giving any of it away. So I just feel like I can. I just feel like you have to read it. Fall Over in a Wrath by Jennifer L. Armentrout. Okay, I had to stack some pillows to give me some cushion. Last but not least, okay, so this is Enigma by Runix. I read Gothicana by Runix back in October. The way I binge read that book, oh my god, it's so good. Some of these scenes had me floored, guys. This book is a little bit thicker. It is like 463 pages or something like that. And it's a gothic dark academia romance. There's secret societies, elitist family, murder mystery, the most obsessive and intense MMC. You know, I love a good dark, like, shadow daddy type of vibe. That is just like he would murder for you even if you don't want it, but like it's so mutual at the same time, and it just piqued interest. It was so good. They were both so good, and not both. The FMC and the MMC were both really well written. Plot is super good. I read this book pretty fast as well. It's so evocative. It's just, it's good. It's dark and steamy, and just recommend it. I recommend it if you like a gothic atmospheric setting and dark academia and like 3 chili pepper spicy books. Give it a go. I recommend it. And books like these are reasons why I actually want to get into more like gothic romances and gothic novels in general. I will say, if there's anything that drew you into this book, was the scene with the pencil. It sounds ridiculous, but God. Like, guys, I was floored. I was like, it's so steamy. It's so like mouth-wateringly steamy. So I pretty much, these were my 4 books from April. I went a little too long before I did this book review because my memory on some of it is a little bit hazy, but also if I really like a book, I literally will remember every single detail in it. And that's on being a neurodivergent reader, because I love that I can read books like a movie, and that's why I read so fast, is I'm like, holy shit, oh my god, like my book is like, it's like an active movie happening while I'm reading, and I am so grateful that I have that have that kind of brain and style reading in that way, which is why I do gravitate towards fiction and fantasies, because just when things play out, I'm like seeing it, I'm like, oh my god, this is crazy. Oh my god, no. Like, I get so into it. I'm like, this book was a flop. This book, maybe. This book, a hard yes for me. A hard yes for me. That's my official book review for April. I'm not like gonna be like, you know, one of those big book content creators where I'm just like always reading a million books. It's just as I go. I do have a passion for reading, but I also like just do a million other things. So I just don't have a lot of time to sit and read like some of these creators do. Wish I did, but yeah. So that's all I have for now. I thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video.